Welcome back to the CryptoWorld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now we are finally starting to see a breakout in the Bitcoin RSI and in the Bitcoin price in the short term, which I'll talk more about in just a moment, so definitely stick around. First of all, just giving you a quick update here on the weekly Bitcoin chart, simply reminding you that there's still the largest bullish divergence in Bitcoin history playing out right now. And this is, of course, happening around a year after we saw one of the largest bearish divergences in Bitcoin's history play out over around 1 year. And so obviously, as I've been saying on this channel since around $16,000 right down here, this massive bullish divergence here on the weekly time frame should not be ignored. But anyway, while this massive bullish divergence is playing out right now on the larger time frames, zooming into the daily Bitcoin chart, we are finally starting to see a bit more of a breakout above the 78.6% Fibonacci level, which is sitting at around 22.7k. Because first of all, over the last few days, we've seen a few candle closes on the daily time frame above this Fibonacci level of resistance, and we've also seen a couple of retests simply testing that level as new support, which is helping to further confirm this breakout. And now we are finally starting to see a further bounce from 22.7k, which once again is further confirming this breakout right now. And in terms of significant levels of resistance on the daily time frame, our next important resistance on the daily chart is sitting closer towards $25,000 per Bitcoin, which is where this previous high is sitting at. And once again, 22.7k should technically now be acting as new support, considering the price has broken above that level. And now, if you zoom into the 8-hour Bitcoin chart, first of all, over the last 1 week or so, we've seen this shorter term bearish divergence play out for the price of Bitcoin. And as I've been saying almost every day over the last 1 week, we shouldn't really be expecting a lot of bullish momentum in the shorter term while this bearish divergence plays out. But what I've also said pretty much every day over the last 1 week is that this bearish divergence will potentially get invalidated. It will have completed playing out once we start to see a confirmed breakout here in the RSI above this descending line of resistance, which is what we are finally starting to see right now as I've recorded this video. But this breakout we're seeing right now in the 8-hour Bitcoin RSI still needs to be confirmed with an 8-hour candle close. And in case you're wondering, the next 8-hour candle close is in roughly around 1 hour from now at the time of recording this video. And so basically, if we see this 8-hour candle close while the 8-hour Bitcoin RSI is above this descending line of resistance, then that will technically be one confirmation for the breakout to the upside in the RSI, which would be one confirmation for the invalidation for this bearish divergence. And ideally, to further invalidate this bearish divergence, while the price action continues to form higher highs, we would need to start seeing higher highs in the RSI, because obviously that would no longer be a divergence, which would essentially invalidate this bearish divergence. So at least for now, starting to see this initial breakout in the RSI, technically this is an initial bullish signal in the shorter term. And it's not the only bullish signal, because of course, if you're looking at the 4-hour Bitcoin charts, as of right now, at the time of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is trading above this important short-term resistance already, with one 4-hour candle close above this resistance. And in case you're wondering, this line of resistance right here is sitting at approximately 23.2k. And so for as long as the price of Bitcoin is holding above 23.2k, and ideally if we could find some new support along that level, then essentially we are further confirming this breakout to the upside and the technical price target for this bull flag pattern. Considering we are breaking above resistance, this sets up a technical price target at approximately $25,000 per Bitcoin, which is extremely close to this resistance right here that I spoke about on the daily time frame. And so technically speaking, while this breakout is active right now, and especially if we see some more confirmation here with with more 4-hour candle closes above resistance, or ideally a confirmed retest, then that 25k price target as of right now is technically active, and we can become more confident in that price target being met if we see more confirmation for this breakout. And of course, if we see that further confirmation for the invalidation of this bearish divergence here in the shorter term, then that can also help confirm this 25k price target in place, considering that's also the next level of important resistance on the daily time frame. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this right here is the daily ETH to US dollar chart, and unlike Bitcoin, ETH is still running into this important resistance at approximately 1650 to 1.7k, because obviously we have not seen a confirmed breakout above that resistance just yet, at least. And so despite the fact that the price of ETH is technically still in a bullish trend formation here on the daily time frame, still actively forming higher lows and higher highs, we cannot yet target these other levels of resistance because obviously we haven't yet seen a confirmed breakout above that 1.7k level. But if we do end up seeing a confirmed breakout above this resistance at 1650 to 1.7k, then the next resistance is sitting at around 1780 to 1.8k, and above that resistance we also have further resistance closer towards $2,000. And as for support on the daily time frame, we still have this initial Fibonacci support level sitting at around 1510 approximately here on the daily chart. And now if you take a look at the 8-hour ETH to US dollar chart, right now this bearish divergence is still currently in play, because unlike the 8-hour Bitcoin chart, we have not yet seen a breakout in the 8-hour Ethereum RSI, although as of right now it is getting potentially close. So this will just be something important to pay attention to in the coming hours. Maybe over the next day it's possible we could see a breakout here, especially if the breakout in the Bitcoin RSI confirms. But at least for now, we still have a little further to go in the 8-hour Ethereum RSI to potentially confirm this breakout. So once again, at least for now, at the time of recording this video, this bearish divergence on the 8-hour time frame is technically still in play. It hasn't yet been invalidated. But speaking of patterns getting invalidated, zooming into the 4-hour ETH to US dollar chart, and this potential head and shoulders pattern that has been forming over the last 1 week or so is potentially now getting invalidated, especially if the price continues any higher from where it is right now. Because first of all, we have already confirmed a left shoulder and a head for the head and shoulders pattern, and we've confirmed around half of the right shoulder so far. But basically for this pattern to complete, we essentially need to see an immediate dump in the price of ETH down towards around 1.5k, and then we would need to see a confirmed break below that neckline right there in order to complete the formation for this pattern and set up the technical price target to the downside, which I mentioned in my last video. But like I also said in my last few videos, that price target and this pattern is not active. It does not come into play if we don't actually see that break below the neckline, and so far we have not seen that break, which means this pattern is not currently active. And potentially over the next 1 day we would find out whether or not this pattern finally gets invalidated, or if we quickly complete this pattern, which is technically still a possibility, but as of right now it's becoming less likely compared to 1 to 2 days ago. So at least for now, in the immediate short term, this could still be a pattern to pay attention to, but unless we see a drop below 1.5k within the next 1 day, it's unlikely this pattern completes, and more likely we eventually see the invalidation for this pattern. But believe it or not, whether the price goes to the upside, to the downside, or simply chops around sideways, you can make money in crypto no matter what the price is doing. And if you want to know how to do that, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is going either up or down, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money if the price is just chopping around sideways. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.